Hello there. Now we have successfully created our login page. Now let me show you the structure of this page if you have not seen this in the previous video. um, Here is our login form. This is the div that we created in the sign up system. Form div, everything is same, just I removed the extra input fields that we don't need. We just need email and password. I just kept that. Okay, now and don't forget to change your action to login.php. On signup.php it is index.php, and on login.php make sure it is login.php, because we are processing our login on this login.php page. Okay, so everything is same. We just added links to our pages, nothing else. Everything else is same, and I removed validation and other stuff, and I just kept these two things because we're gonna get these two values from here, from these two input fields, and when this submit button is clicked, let me give it a value and say login. Fresh login, it looks cool. So let's add another thing. On Facebook you must have seen remember me. Let me show you. Remember me is a very awesome feature. Some website write remember me, but Facebook write keep me logged in. This is the same thing. Okay, what this does, when you log into your Facebook and you close the browser and then you open your browser and open Facebook, it will be logged in. You don't have to log in again. But if you don't check this feature and then you log in and close your window, close your browser, then you open your browser and open Facebook, then it will ask you to log in again. Okay, it will remove your session. That's what this keep me login does. It keeps you logged in. Even if you restart your computer, it will still keep you logged in. It use cookies. Cookies functionality is used, and if you don't check this, then only session is used. But when you click on this, cookies are used. We will make this functionality, keep me logged in functionality, at the end of this login section. And now let's add this check button, and we will make its functionality at the end. Okay, input type, this is a checkbox. I'm gonna give it a name, keep, or you can name it whatever you like. And let's put two breaks. I'm gonna copy these and I'm gonna paste it here. Let's refresh this. See, this is the checkbox. Now let's add title to it. Let's remove this break. I want it to be I want to keep me logged in with the checkbox, like on the Facebook. Remove this colon. Oops. Checkbox comes before the keep me logged in, so let me cut this and paste it before the label, because I want the checkbox to appear first and then keep me logged in. See, looks cool. Okay, currently we have no user in our database that is signed up. Let's sign up a user. Yeah, it is empty. I deleted that we added in the previous videos. Let's add one. Let's add an image here. I always add this image. You are successfully registered, login. Okay, it's time to work on login functionality. So this is our login page. Now let's start working on it. Okay, what we will do, when user will enter his email address in here, we will take that email address and password, and with this email address we will check if this email address exists in our database or not. If it does not exist in our database, then we will say this email does not exist in our database, or this user does not exist, or this email does not belong to any account, whatever you like to say. Okay, we will check through this email. Okay, you can create a function email exists, and you can send this email to that function, and that function will check if email exists or not. So let's create a function. Okay, it will be good, and it will uh, so you will learn more from this function. Okay, if you don't know how to create a function, you will after watching this how I create function, you will know how to create a function and how to work with a function. Okay, so just stick with me. What I usually do, whenever I create a website, I create a file functions.php, and all functions I need, I write all those functions I need in that file. All those functions that I need, I create those functions in that file. You can do the same. So let's create a file and name it functions.php. So in this file, let's create the function email exists. Oops, php function. To create a function, write function keyword and then name of the function email underscore exists. We will need to send two parameters in this email exists function. One is the email user user will enter. We will send that email, and second is the connection, our database connection, that is in the connect.php. If you remember, these two parameters will be needed. Now let's run a query, and we will save the result of that query in the result. I'm gonna write query in here. This is two-step process that I'm doing in one step to make things simple. You can separately make a query, and you can write that you can put that variable between these parentheses, or you can directly write the query between these two parentheses in the MySQL query function. So that will be more clean and more simple. Okay, select id from, let me write the query first, then I will explain what it does. Select id from users where email is equal to this email that we are receiving. Okay, what I'm saying, oops, this is not query, this is my SQLi query, and it takes two parameter, as you know. One is connection that we are receiving here, and second is the query, like we did for sign up, if you remember. Okay, we are actually saying that select id from users table where email is equal to this email, and then we will check how many IDs with this email sorry for that. Then we will check how many IDs with this email exist in our database. So definitely it will return 1 if email exists, and in the sign up system we will add a feature later that if the email exists in our database, then we will say your email, this email address already exists and you cannot sign up with this email address. Okay, we will always save one email address. Okay, we will not duplicate that. Okay, so we will add that functionality in the sign up system later. Okay, we have not added that functionality yet. And okay, so now this query will run, and it will select the id where email address equal to this, and then we will check how many IDs exist. Definitely one ID will be existing. Okay, because we are not allowing from the sign up system. Okay, one ID will exist if it will return 1 or 0. If it return 1, it means that email address exists, and if it returns 0, that means email does not exist. So what we need to do, I'm gonna type if MySQL I num rows. MySQL inum rows is a function that returns the number of rows, like 1 2 3 4 in integers. Okay, it will return 1 or 0. If email exists, it will return 1. If email does not exist, it will return 0. We need to provide result here. If return equals 1, then we will return true. That means user exists. As you can return 1 if you like, and you can return 0 if you like. Okay, return false. I'm turning true, that means user exists. I'm turning false, that means user does not exist. So we have successfully created our function. So now let's go to our login.php. Now we're gonna check this email address that user provided. We're gonna check if this exists or not. I'm gonna say if email exists. Let me check the exact name of our function. Exists. Okay, exist. Okay, we need to provide two parameters. First was the email, and second was the connection. Like you can see in here, we're providing two parameters, email and connection. If email exists, then we're gonna say email exists, and if does not exist, we're gonna say email does not exist. So let's check if this works. Make sure this is login.php. okay, I'm saying that again, make sure. Okay, email exists, email does not exist. Okay, let me refresh. Let's check this browse what user exists. This email ID already exists, so let me type it. If this exists, then it's gonna say this email address exists. Login. Let me check what's this error. Call to node function online 13. Let me check what's the issue. I think I spelled that wrong. Email exists. Oh, sorry for that. Actually, we have not added this functions.php file on our login.php. Sorry for this. Like we added in connect.php, we also have to add functions.php to our login.php file. Okay, make sure you add this file. Otherwise, this function will not run. It will not access this. Okay, make sure you edit it like connect.php. Okay, let me refresh this. Now I'm gonna check email blah 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 login. Email exists. So now let me blah blah blah, let me write something else that does not exist in our database. Let's check what it says. Email does not exist, so it's working great. Let me revise. Excuse me, let me revise. Email exists function takes two parameters. One is the email that user provide us, second is the connection to our host. What we are doing, I'm writing a query, MySQL query. You know how to write MySQL query, and we are saying select ID from users where email is equal to that email that user provides us, and then we are counting the number of rows where email is this. There will be one row or zero row. There cannot be two rows, because in the sign up system we will add feature that user will not be allowed to enter email that will already be existing in our database. We have not still added that feature. We will add at the end. Okay, I promise we will add that feature, and that is very easy. We will use this same function, this function, same to same function. This function will be used. We will use this function. Okay, we don't have to change a single thing. Okay, just use this function there, same to same. Okay, and we will not allow users to re-enter his email if he is already existing in the database. Okay, I hope you guys understand what this function does and how to write this function. But if you don't understand, just add a discussion, write a discussion, start a discussion, and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Okay, or you can directly contact me on Facebook or any other platform. Okay, so now hopefully you guys understand how to check for the email. Now if email exists, we're not gonna say that email exists. We're gonna sign that user in. But if his email does not exist, then we're gonna say this email does not exist. Okay, in this part we are gonna we're gonna sign the user in. That we will be doing that part in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.